In this video I'm going to model a Minotaur character using box modeling. This is the reference that I'm going to use, and with box modeling what I tend to do is just use either a photograph or an image or a drawing or a concept like this one is, and have copies of this off screen or on another monitor or just on a piece of paper. And because of the nature of box modeling is that you look at the reference and almost freeform the shapes into a silhouette first of all, then refine them and refine the detail, and keeping the silhouette add the detail to specific areas. So using this character, which is a Minotaur, we're going to model the core of the body from a primitive, which will be a torso, 2 arms, 2 legs and a head with horns. We won't be modelling the hair, as that would be added later, or the beard, and we'll do the spear and the loincloth later at the end of the video section. Now with a model like this, starting from a primitive, we would normally start with a cube and start at the chest area. If we were doing point by point modeling, I'll just switch to another image. So this would be a side view and a front view of the same sort of model. What we would do is put this into the background and then model to this reference. Now having this reference is handy, but with the type of modeling we're doing, we'll be using this as a guide rather than an exact copy. We could by point modeling, which I'll show in a later video, we would literally model over the top of this plan from the side and from the front, and do, as we are going to with box modeling, model 1/2, but it would be over the top of this. So as I say, this is just an idea of the type of reference we could use. So we'll open up the basic silo interface and we'll create the custom primitive that we're going to use, or the primitive that we're going to use, which is a basic cube. The way I do this is not the only way to do it. There's many ways to model, to box model. It's just a preferred method, and I'm quite relaxed in the way that I approach something like this. So it's not, I don't use snap, which would snap everything to the specific vertice or axis. What I generally do is, as I'll show you now, move the cube over to the side, and using keyboard D to select face mode, I'm going to delete out that face. Go back to keyboard F, which selects the whole object, and I want to move the axis to the center here. So at the moment you can see the axis is in the middle of the cube, and because we're doing this for to be able to mirror across this axis, I want to move this axis to this center here. So I'll go back to keyboard A, which is point mode or vertex mode, and I'm going to go to selection, set object axis, back to object mode, keyboard F, and you can see the pivot point or the axis is now on the edge there. So if we now go to modify mirroring and we use just instance mirror, you'll see that we get an instance mirror copy on this side. Now back to vertex mode, keyboard A, and you'll see anything that I do on this side is mirrored on this side. I can't affect this side, but you can see what happens on that side. So it's a virtual mirror, really, and it means that all we have to do is model this, which will be the right hand side of the creature as we look at it. So that covers off the mirroring. So if we want to just go to keyboard F, which is object mode, use a manipulator to move this up. If we try to think of this as being the creature's chest, and we'll raise it off the ground for now, that sort of height. Most of this box modeling is going to be done in the perspective view, and the first thing that I tend to do is to refine the basic shape of the creature. So before I even refine the silhouette, I want to give it a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and the rough outline of a humanoid creature. And I'm going to use extrude for nearly all of this. So I'm going to start off by going keyboard, select the face mode, and then keyboard Z to do a first extrude. And if you, when you're in a local move, like so, if you just drag left and right, you'll see that you can go up or down, and it's giving you the local position there. The other way to do it at this stage is to hit keyboard W, and that would give you the manipulator back, and you can then move it up and down like so. Now I'm actually moving all around and looking at the position of the extrude, and the way I'm doing that is by holding down keyboard Alt, and I'm using my left mouse button and just clicking anywhere, so away from the object or on the object, and just moving the mouse around, and that gives me the ability to look around my object. I can also zoom in and out with right mouse click, or I can just pan along left and right with the middle mouse button. So that's the full range of motion to be able to see all around the model that we're doing. All of that was explained in the basic videos, but just to cover it off in case you haven't seen those. So I'm going to do a couple more extrudes, like so. So you can see now that that would be a basic torso shape. No refinement to it at all, no rounding, just literally a chunk of polygons to start the ball rolling, really. Now what I could do is extrude down a leg from here, which would mirror across there, but I don't want it to be exactly in the middle, so what I'm going to do is go to keyboard S to edge mode, so select the one edge there, and then Shift and X, run a split all the way around those edges that are in that row. As you can see, it goes all the way down the back, all the way up to the front, and that's given me now a polygon here that which will be used to extrude the leg, and a polygon between the center. Now I'm just going to switch to vertex mode, and holding down Control I can tweak each vertex along, each point along, and I'm just going to refine that shape slightly. So if you look at the bottom one, you'll be able to see that I'm just literally rounding that torso off slightly. Go around the back and do the same. Nothing major, just gives us that little bit of roundness to the body. So I'll now use this portion, and I'll extrude off what will become the thigh. So keyboard D, face mode, and we're extruding again, and now I'm just going to move that polygon without doing any more work, just literally move the polygon to where I would want that thigh sitting. Bear in mind I can see my reference off screen, so I'm thinking of the position of his thighs coming forward, legs coming back down here into the ankles, and then onto the hoof area. So I'll do keyboard Z and do another extrude, another keyboard Z and another extrude, but I'm then going to go to move mode and move it like so. Back to this bottom polygon again, keyboard Z, bring it down, and what I'm actually going to do there is rotate that bottom polygon like so. So keyboard R gives me that rotate. Back to the polygon again. We've actually gone below the ground plane there, but it's not a problem, because we're going to move it up in a second. Keyboard Z, and this would become the area that will be the hoof. Okay, just to move it up through that ground plane is quite simple. Just select the whole object, keyboard F, and then move with the manipulator. He's up there. So no more refinement on that, just simply the fact that we've got two legs sorted. Move on to that polygon at the side, and now quite obviously we're going to do what will become the arms. So I'm going to rotate that shoulder slightly forward like so, and then by using exactly the same extrude command, just bring a few polygons out like so. Just gives us two arms. Again, no refinement. I'm just going to move on to what will become the head, and I'm going to drop that polygon down slightly, because unlike a very standard humanoid head, this Minotaur comes out forwards like so out here, rather than up through a neck like so. So I'm going to move that polygon forward and rotate it, keyboard R, rotate using the manipulator and move, and then same again, extrude, rotate like so, and then one more, and just shrink that down a little bit. Keyboard E and just bring it down a little bit, and all that's given me is a neck coming forward, and again no real shape other than the fact that it is humanoid, 2 arms, 2 legs, and what will become a head. So I'm going to save at this stage, and we'll move on to refining the form, or refining the silhouette, with pretty much not many more polygons than we've got there.